Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I practice. Like, it's literally just going to be a video of me practicing. I'm doing this video because I want to show you how I practice so you can get inspired. You don't have to practice the way that I do, but I do want to show you how I'm kind of hypnotizing myself, or how I'm like imprinting my subconscious mind, so you can have a deeper understanding of how this can look like. Because I think that a lot of people might be wondering, like, how do I actually practice to change myself, to change my subconscious mind? So I thought, why don't I just share how I practice myself, and then you can, make up your own mind about that. Before I get into the video, my name is Julia. I'm a manifestation coach, manifestation teacher, and on this YouTube channel, I'm talking about all things consciousness, inner healing, self-love, and manifestation. I haven't done that intro in a while, I think. And if you're looking for one-on-one support on your journey, then feel free to check out the description box below. I offer direct message coaching, I offer phone, video coaching, and email coaching. So if you want to be supported by me one-on-one, then feel free to reach out. I also offer lots of guided meditations also on my online shop, and there are many playlists on my YouTube channel. I have 8-hour affirmation recordings. I have my emotional healing playlist that I do think is extremely helpful. And yeah, just explore to find the resources that you need. I do hope that I'm live publicly. I put it to be public, but there's no one online yet. So I do hope that, yeah, someone joined. Okay, perfect. Because it happened to me before that for some reason I went on privately and it showed publicly, and vice versa. So I'm happy that you can all see me. So before I get started with the practice, I already said it in my Instagram story, this is kind of vulnerable. I'm doing my best to show you how I'm practicing. Yeah, thank you, Jenna, for letting me know that you can see me. And thank you for letting me know that you got a notification. That's amazing. This is vulnerable to share because it's my practice, is what I'm affirming. So I do that. I do share that mainly because I want you to have an example of how to practice. Like a real example, real life example. And if you have questions, then put them in the comments below. Also, you don't have to practice the way I do. You can totally make up your own mind. I don't practice every time the same way. What I'm going to show you today is I got several journals. These are just 2 of my many journals that I have and that I usually carry with me when I'm traveling, because I love my journals. And usually I have one topic in one journal, but when it's full, I create another journal for the same topic. And sometimes I make a journal and I just write in it my own affirmations that come to mind about the given topic, like business or love or friendship or family or money or success, whatever I'm affirming for. Sometimes I do use a journal when I'm doing a course, because I sometimes purchase courses from other manifestation teachers or from other coaches in general, and then I do write and journal the course affirmations or simply what I'm learning in the course. I'm journaling that into a journal, and then I use the affirmations and the insights that I have in my journal to affirm. So that way I'm starting to create a new self-concept, and once I'm done with like practicing affirmations out of that journal, I will eventually leave the journal away. Do you say that in English? I will eventually throw the journal away in my room. No, I'm just gonna not take it. It's not gonna be thrown away. I did it only once for a video, which is actually lots of fun. But I was sad about the journal because I had to throw it. My poor money mindset journal. Anyway, I don't take the journal anymore, and then I just start talking to myself. I just start saying the affirmations, or just really doing self-talk. Like, I'm gonna make another video probably where I'm gonna do self-talk, but for today I'm going to show you the phase that I am currently at with a course that I'm doing and with a new focus that I have while manifesting, which is self-love, feeling loved and chosen. Like, it's like both like my own self-concept of how I perceive myself and how I'm perceived by others, specifically, but not only romantically. And I'm currently reading Affirmations, although I've worked on that before, but I'm just doing it more in a more focused way again. Once I feel ready, or once I want to, I will put the journal away and have a self-talk. When I have a self-talk, I'm just gonna speak as the version of myself who's chosen, who's magnetic, who's loved, who loves herself. And I could do that right now, but I want to first show you the first stage, so to speak, and maybe, or probably, I'm going to create a video later on where I'm going to do self-talk, which I think might be even more interesting, but I want to like address it sequentially. So first, when you're practicing, you're first maybe going to write your affirmations down, which I already did. Yeah, you want to script them down, write your new story, write your affirmations, like wherever you have them from, whether you are channeling them yourself, whether you are finding them from YouTube videos, courses, from the internet, like other people, I don't care. Put it in a book. Probably it's going to be a mixture of everything. And then I love start reading it to myself. You can pick 2, 3, 4, 5 affirmations and repeat them. What I'm gonna do today is not that. I'm gonna go and read through my different affirmations. Sometimes I'm gonna repeat them, sometimes I won't. It's just like intuitively what feels good to me. Sometimes I might be adding to the affirmations, like for example, if I have a page of affirmations here, I might read 5 of them, and maybe then I am gonna go off on a tangent and just like kind of channel my own affirmations that are not written down in my journal. And maybe I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's a little intuitive, but I do have my affirmations, so I make sure to do that for at least 5 minutes so I can really embody the affirmations that I'm saying. It's okay if at the beginning you're not feeling very much. But eventually you wanna be as present as possible, as present as you can with the affirmations, and you wanna make sure that you're really indulging, you're really feeling them, you're really saturating yourself with them. And it's like eating, at the beginning you're gonna be hungry. That means you're not gonna believe your affirmations so much, because you're hungry, you're still not saturated in the reality that you want. You're hungry for your desire, you're craving your desire. But as you are saying affirmations, you're feeding yourself, you're feeding your subconscious mind. And in time, you're going to saturate yourself, which means you're going to believe your affirmations more, and you're going to start to feel true, to feel, that's me, yes, I'm chosen, yes, I'm loved. So you wanna do yourself the favor of not pressuring yourself, but just, kindly explore which affirmations feel, elicit a feeling or evoke a feeling within you. Maybe an excitement, maybe just like a little feeling. And then you can like kind of intuitively work your way through your practice in a way that makes you feel most of whatever you want to feel. As I said, for today, I'm going to start with self-love, and I'm going to blend it with feeling loved by others, feeling attractive, feeling chosen. Like, for me, that it's important for me to kind of like work on both of that simultaneously. At the moment, I'm not going to elaborate on why, but I'm first going to do 5 minutes of self-love from my self-love book or journal. and 5 minutes in my other journal, where it's about like being chosen, being loved, being attractive. All right, it's all, I'm just gonna focus on self-love affirmations, like, and self-concept affirmations. There's nothing in here at the moment about someone else, actually, because currently I'm really focusing on my self-concept, like to really build that strong foundation. And I'm gonna start in a bit. Just let me take a sip of water. And you know, you can get into that vibe with me while I'm practicing. It's gonna be, this is not a video to just listen to. It's really, I'm really doing my practice. So if you feel like I'm repeating myself, I probably will. If you feel like you're going to be bored, then I encourage you to stay the course through that feeling, because what many people do is like, they say like, my affirmations aren't working, and I get it. Sometimes we don't want to repeat ourselves so much because we're like, where's my manifestation already? But the thing is, boredom comes before the breakthrough. And if you're giving up when you're bored, you're not gonna get very far. From my perspective, maybe you're not gonna be bored, but I definitely see that my mind sometimes wants to do something else, wants to get stimulated in a different way. Whereas, you know, when we are reprogramming our mind, we're doing a lot of repetition. So I suggest that you release your resistance that you might be holding against feeling bored. And just feel the feeling. It's okay to feel bored. Just keep on repeating and keep on trying to go deeper and create another emotion. All right, and now without further ado, I already talked for 10 minutes without starting to practice. I'm gonna start with my self-love affirmations, and I'm gonna do my best to make it as real as possible. Okay, what I'm gonna start with is, I wrote a letter to myself. And I'm going to start with the letter. I'm going to start with that letter. I'm going to start with this letter, and that's not an affirmation, but it's like kind of something that I wrote to myself for my own self-love. And basically, to give you a little background story, this year I was very much focusing on a particular area of my life, which is like financial stability in my own business, because I quit my side job last year. So I needed to get beyond my survival fears, which kind of naturally popped up once I decided to quit any external security and just be completely manifesting money. So I quit knowing rationally that I'm gonna have money, and I just manifested it. I manifested it through my business, which previously I had side jobs that, you know, were ensuring that I have a stable income. But I wanted to like completely be free of that. So I was very much focused on creating that financial stability and working a lot on that. And I felt that sometimes I, you know, would have wanted to work a little bit on my self-love and on my relationships. But I took the decision to really focus on my financial, on my money mindset, on prosperity, to ensure my safety. It was a goal also that I wanted to achieve before I was 30, and it just felt like a very self-loving act or self-loving decision to take, to be like, Julia, be honest to yourself. Like, if you really want to reprogram your mind, then hone in on one topic, because you know that it's going to be overwhelming to work on two at once. And so I decided to work on my prosperity. I did other things on the side, of course, but I really focused on prosperity. And now I feel like I'm really coming back to meet myself on a deeper level and to hone in on self-love. So this is what this letter is about. Yeah, as I said, it's very vulnerable, and I do see your comment, Jenna. She said, thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for appreciating that. So the practice starts now. I'm gonna start with the letter, and then I'm probably gonna have time to read some other affirmations from my book, and yeah, like just sit back and enjoy. 5 minutes of self-love. Dear Julia, it's so good to be here with you right now. I love just being here with you, in your presence, in my presence. First off, I honestly feel called to apologize to you. I feel like in the past few months, I failed to fully show up for you in the way you deserve. And I'm so deeply sorry for that. I feel guilty and regretful. At the same time, I can assure you that this didn't happen with any bad intention. It's just where I was on my path at the time. I was in fear about our financial situation, and I wanted to make sure that we were safe. I think that I actually did the most loving thing I could, ensure our safety. Nevertheless, I consider that you deserve more than I was able to give you in the past few months. And I am now ready to give you everything you deserve and need, my beautiful, worthy goddess. I'm here to show up for you fully, to cherish and adore you, and to tell you every day, every single day, how worthy, how truly deserving, how loved and irreplaceable you are. I love everything about you, and I want you to be able to feel my love more and more each day. You're so worthy of it. You're so fucking worthy. You're just a big deal. You are wonderful. Your essence is so beautiful and magnetic. I love the way you shine your light. Please never believe that you're not important or that you don't matter. Please don't believe that ever again. Because you are important and because you are important and you do matter to me. And I'm just realizing how I failed to really show you that in the past. But I'm learning from that. I'm learning how to show up for you more and more deeply, more fully, more profoundly. I'm learning to show up for you all the time, because that's what you deserve. You deserve to know how appreciated you really are. You are meant to feel adored and cherished every single moment of every single day. And that's why I'm committing my love to you. I commit to show you my love and always be here for you. I love and adore all of you. Yours, Julia. So that's been 3 minutes now, so I'm going to continue with self-love affirmations. I am special. I know I am very special. I'm a good friend. I know I'm a very funny person. I feel special. I feel special. I choose to see myself as special and worthy. I am beautiful. I know that I'm such a good friend. I know that I'm a goddess. I know that I'm a goddess. I'm willing to love myself. I choose to see myself as unforgettable. I choose to see myself as unforgettable. I choose to accept and love myself. I choose myself. I choose myself. I choose to know that I'm enough. I choose to know that I'm enough exactly as I am. I am enough. I am vibrant. I feel radiant. I feel absolutely worthy. I choose to see myself as a vibrant, radiant person. I choose to see myself as a vibrant, radiant person. I'm choosing to be absolutely unforgettable. I choose to cherish myself. I choose to love myself. So I'm going to do a quick debrief of my own practice, and I'm going to continue with the next topic. Normally I would just hop into the next topic now. The letter. I want to say something about the letter because I didn't plan to share it actually, but I did, and I want to explain what I did there. Usually when you hear affirmations, right, they're usually very, very positive. Now in that letter, I acknowledged how I failed myself, and I did that because I wanted to release emotions of hurt that I had in my system, that I sometimes felt, that I sometimes still feel. And in order to do that, I took on the role of the version of myself who has hurt me, which is my conditioning, and as that version, I've apologized to myself. Obviously, I took a decision to focus on money mindset versus self-love and relationships, which in and of itself was a decision of self-love, and it served me very, very well. And at the same time, like, you know, afterwards I thought, like, could I have shown up for myself more? Could I have done something different, and so on? Given how things went, probably not, because I've always done the best I could for myself and for everybody else, but I still wanted to show up as that version of myself, apologize to myself, in a way also to release things that happened to me in my 3D with other people where I needed to release hurt, but also to tell myself that, look, what your conditioning tells you or told you in the past, and sometimes even in the present, is not true. I apologize. Yeah, so just for you to understand, this letter is like not only a letter of affirmation, it's also a letter of like healing and releasing. If you looked up my last video, the video I uploaded yesterday, I'm talking about the difference between healing and manifesting, and how they are interconnected. So what I did in that letter, I didn't only manifest, I also soothed myself, I released and healed myself. If you have any questions about it, put them in the comments below. And now I'm going to jump into the next 5 minutes practice. I am relaxed. I am relaxed. I'm a chill person. It's easy for me to relax. I choose to see myself as a very chilled and laid-back person. I know I'm secure with myself. I am naturally self-confident. I'm happy with myself. I feel content. I feel secure. I feel certain and knowing. I feel safe. I feel safe in my body. I choose to see myself as safely attached. I choose myself. I choose myself. I choose myself. I choose myself. I am chosen. I'm always chosen. I choose to be chosen. I know that I am chosen. I am claiming myself to be chosen. I claim that I am always chosen. I'm the kind of person who's always prioritized and chosen. I love that I am the kind of person who's always prioritized and chosen. I believe that I'm chosen. Of course, I'm always chosen. Of course I am chosen. I'm a total catch. I'm a once-in-a-lifetime woman. I am chosen. I choose to know that I am always chosen. I allow myself to be chosen. I choose to see myself as absolutely confident. I choose to see myself as someone who always gets what she wants. I choose to know that I can have everything that I want. I choose to feel loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am so, so loved. I choose to feel loved. I believe that I am loved. I choose to believe that I am loved. I choose to know that I am loved. I choose to believe in the reality where I'm completely loved. I choose to embody the version of myself who's always chosen. I choose to embody the version of myself who's always chosen. I choose to align with the version of myself who's always chosen. I choose to be the version of myself who is chosen. I'm always chosen, I'm always prioritized. I choose to think as the version of myself who's always chosen. I am chosen and prioritized. It feels so good to be so chosen and prioritized. It feels so good to see myself and to know myself as being chosen. I choose to feel worthy. I'm so worthy. I'm so worthy of love. I'm so worthy of attention. I'm so worthy of affection. I'm so loved. I'm so, so loved. I'm so loved. I'm seen as so beautiful. I'm seen as so important. I'm always seen as so important. I'm so cherished. I'm so desired. I'm so radiant. I'm so important. I'm so important. Of course I'm important. Of course I'm important. Everybody reflects that back to me. It's normal for me to feel important. I know that I'm so worthy and important. I know that I'm so loved. I love myself, and I'm so loved by my friends, by my family, by the people in my life. I love to be and feel so loved. I choose to see myself as someone who is loved. I choose to feel attractive. I choose to claim myself as absolutely gorgeous, absolutely worthy. I'm vibrant. I'm irreplaceable. I'm absolutely irreplaceable. I'm irreplaceable. I know that I'm irreplaceable. I choose the version of myself who's irreplaceable. I choose the version of myself who knows that she's irreplaceable. I know that I'm irreplaceable. It feels so good to be irreplaceable. It feels so good to be so special. It feels so good to know that I'm so special. I feel so loved. I feel so worthy. I'm so worthy. I'm so loved. It feels so good to be so loved. So I didn't exactly look at the time, but I think it should be about 5 minutes now. Normally I put my timer for 5 minutes now because I have several topics that I'm talking about. But if I, for example, when I was just working on money mindset, then I put my timer on 10 minutes, and then sometimes I exceeded that and I did like 10 minutes 3 times a day, or 5 minutes 5 times a day. Like you can do you. Yeah, it's really like, I really encourage you to do what works for you. I have days where I don't practice 3 times a day because I have other courses that I'm actually working on, and then I need to like balance it out, and I still want it to feel enjoyable. Of course, it shouldn't feel like a chore, while you still want to persist and you still want to make sure that you do put in the work. Yeah, so it's really, it's an edgy topic, or you need to find that balance. But the way I'm practicing, like, it really feels good to me. I love it, even when I don't want to practice, like, because my mind just wants to stay in its comfort zone, and it still feels good to me. And that's how I know the practice is good. Like, it's good to practice in those moments. There are times where I'm extremely tired because, I don't know, many things are going on in my life, and then I choose to, you know, take a bit of a break for maybe a day, or practice a little bit less for a day, because it genuinely helps me raise my vibration and, you know, rest. But you gotta figure out for yourself how that looks like really be honest with yourself. If you're constantly in your old self-concept, then you probably need to practice more, which doesn't mean that you can't take breaks. As you've seen here, when I was practicing, sometimes I was closing my eyes and like putting my hand here, and I was really feeling it. Sometimes I stopped reading and I just went off into like massaging a point. For example, when I was talking about chosen, I started creating even more affirmations than I had in my booklet, in my journal, and I started to really massage the point, because my mind or my heart was guiding me to say more affirmations that were helping me to get deeper into the state of the wish fulfilled. And that's actually ideal. And I will post a practice when I'm doing self-talk, where I'm going to act out even more. This was still, like, I would say quiet practice. Sometimes I really do stand up and I really talk to myself very loudly, and like I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I manifested this. This is so amazing. I got this and this and this, like, I don't know, text message, or I got this this business success, or whatever I want to manifest. Like, I can't believe this happened. Like, I can go into really like crazy ecstatic feelings as well. It felt already vulnerable to share this, so let's see with the other practice. But I think you get a good picture now of how a practice can look like. I hope that this is inspiring for you. I see that there's a question which I want to answer quickly. I've been doing a lot of self-concept work, feeling great about myself. Been seeing some positive movement with SP, but how do I make the push for him to ask me to be his girlfriend? So I think you gotta realize that he can be lucky to have you as a girlfriend. I think you got some movement because you did practice in a way that was, you know, going in the right direction. And then what you're doing now by asking that question, not by asking the question to me. I think it's great that you're asking me the question versus just having it in your mind and trying to push it away. But why it's coming up is because you're still identified with the 3D, you're still afraid that he won't ask you, you're still somewhat attached to the 3D, instead of going into your inner world and being his girlfriend there, or having him pursue you in your inner world, and knowing that like you don't have to worry about that, because if you keep on doing that, you're gonna have very, very many people pursue you. It's just the way it's going to be, because you prioritize yourself, not in a narcissistic way, but you just really love yourself. And when you love yourself, you free yourself from the burden of waiting for someone. Like, that's what we do when you love ourselves. So like, pretend I'm his girlfriend already. Like, do what resonates for you. I think that it depends on your desire and how exactly you feel about it. But if it feels good for you to internally pretend like you're already his girlfriend, go for it. 100%. Like, feel yourself in the relationship. Feel him, I don't know, feel him hugging you, like pulling you towards him. Feel him like holding you. Feel that physical touch. Have inner conversations with him. But also, who is the version of yourself who is chosen by him? Who is the version of yourself who is pursued by him? I find it extremely important that you're paying attention to multiple areas of your life, because when you are, let's say, you don't you feel like you don't have the relationship that you want to be in, you're not in that relationship, and you want to manifest it, but you're ignoring your financial situation, you're ignoring your work, you don't like your career, or you don't feel successful, or you don't feel like, it's fun to live your life, you don't have any friends, or you feel like disappointed by your friends and by your family, and like, or you just don't really feel particularly happy in your life, then I believe it might be a bit more difficult to manifest it, because your general vibe is like more dependent on him, because he's the one exciting part of your life. So the most self-loving thing that you can do, I feel, is really put attention back on yourself and who do you want to become. And then also affirm for him, affirm that he wants you, that he loves you, that he's into you, like, but find a balance and make this process more about yourself. That's just my personal opinion. I know that there are other coaches who probably, would just say like, keep affirming for him. I think that's valid advice as well if it works for you. It would kind of freak myself, like I would feel freaked out by that, because I don't like to be dependent on one person. And of course you can affirm that you're not dependent on him, right? But if that's the one thing that's exciting in your life, you kind of have some dependency, or could potentially have some hidden dependency there. So to wrap this up, make sure you work on yourself, for yourself, create a beautiful relationship with yourself, and then create an amazing self-concept in love, in relationships, and start to switch up the dynamic in the way where he now wants you. You gotta be so freaking happy with yourself that you know that he could be happy to have you in his life. But how are you gonna believe that if you don't feel happy with yourself? You gotta feel sexy, happy, juicy with yourself, like whatever floats your boat. And when you feel that way with yourself, it's easy for you to believe that other people want that as well, because you're so passionate, you're so juicy, you're so playful, you're so alive, you're so, compassionate with yourself, you're so peaceful with yourself, whatever you think is desirable to feel and experience. Give yourself that experience as if it was already here. You cannot be dependent on a 3D. That's not manifesting. Manifesting is being it, knowing it into being, no matter what goes on in the 3D. We don't care about the 3D. You create your experience from the inside out. Don't outsource reality. That's not manifesting. And from my experience, it doesn't work very well. It doesn't work very, very well. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to get notified for my next videos if you find that my content is helpful. It would help me very much to grow this YouTube channel and to expand also the videos that I'm making. So yeah, please support me with that if you like the content I'm putting out. Also, feel free to put your questions in the comments. I love answering them, and I do know that I need to get back to a few questions that I didn't answer yet. I will do that. If you're looking for one-on-one support, then feel free to reach out to me. I'm gonna put the links to my online shop in the bio a little later today. Thanks so much for being here. I deeply appreciate you, and I believe in you. You can manifest anything that you want. So keep on believing, keep on reprogramming your subconscious mind. All right, bye-bye.